Right, so I'm actually going to do a chicken tonight. So are we going to do the pod? Should we crack on with that?
Yeah. Hello.
I
was going to crack on, but no, fine. That's
sorry.
right, John.
No, I'm just going to say shite not being in the pub, eh?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
It's like it's not the same being a cold house with a cup of tea and a box of Celebrations, is it?
Well, my radiator's blaring, so I'm pretty warm in it.
So is mine, but it's taking fucking ages to heat up.
Yeah.
It's cold outside, man. It is cold outside.
Baby, it's cold outside. Sorry, carry on, Wragg.
What? Oh, you want to start the podcast? Okay, fair enough. Hello and welcome to the Football Humans 2021. Boom. It seems a bit weird saying 2021 because
I know.
obviously not had to write it down anywhere yet.
I remember the 80s.
Well.
So one of the benefits of having like a Christmas and New Year break, etc., is that there has been endless amounts of football on. It seems like there's not a day gone by without a game of football on, guys. I don't know how you feel.
I know.
I was going to say, I love football, but would you say maybe too much football?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I would.
Got to the point where I was like, I can't watch anymore, man. I can't watch anymore.
I know. It does. It gets tedious, doesn't it?
Especially because, I mean, Chelsea sort of helped me out in that because once I've seen them lose in a day, that puts me off watching football for the rest of the day, and basically for the rest of the week. And because we've been losing quite often, I've been pretty uninterested.
Oh, mate.
Tell me about it, Ras. I mean,
let's start with Chelsea because I mean you went on a 17-game unbeaten run, and then and you were, we were all thinking you're going to challenge for the title, you're going to be up there, and now you slowly kind of like slipped from that top four. And now you're like seventh, eighth?
Title talk was too premature anyway. And if you like watching the games, we've not performed to like an outstanding level this season. We've got a lot of results that have flattered us, I think, as well before. And even games where we won, like the West Ham game, that was never a 3-0. West Ham really good. Yeah. We've just had our confidence knocked since losing against Everton, and everyone has just got worse and worse.
Do you think Werner's going to
conversations with my dad about this, and it's just sort of like it's tiring. It's tiring.
Well, let's just get to the bottom of it.
Tiring.
Let's get to the bottom of it. Is Werner going to be your Morata? Is Werner going to be Morata? Is he not going to work out, or is he going to come good?
I think he'll come good. What I will say is like from what I've got to the bottom of through some proper like inner dialogue with myself over the last few weeks is that there's not enough fight in the team. There's a lot of players that jog around when they should be chasing the ball. It's too slow in the build-up, and although the forwards are not working and they're not doing what they should be doing, not scoring goals, a lot of lack of confidence. For me, the problem, and it has been for a while, is in midfield. It's just they get overrun and lose the ball too easily, and then there's no creative person in midfield that supplies those balls through to the forwards. Like the other day, we're playing three small players up top. Fast players, but yet we're still going down the wings and crossing balls in for them. That's no good. Do you know what I mean? What you need there is someone to thread the passes through or play the ball over the top. And it's just not happening. There's no one to do that.
Yeah, and if you are doing the kind of going down the wing, crossing the ball, then you need Giroud on as your centre forward.
Yeah. Because basically, at the minute, we've got a big squad, but we've got a lot of cover sort of in defence and a lot of cover in attack. But not a lot of things can change in the midfield. So, for example, the other day they had Kante, Mount and Kovacic on. Then on the bench, all you've got is Jorginho, and Gilmour, who you would put in the same position as Kante anyway. And Kovacic would probably drop in that position too. And then you've got Havertz, who's not really been playing. to full extent. So there's no one pushing Mount he seems to like Mount, so he never lets him out of the team. But there's no creative player there. And this morning when I saw everyone being linked with Christian Eriksen, I was like, he's the sort of player we would need.
He's apparently going to Wolves.
What?
Really?
That's what. Why would we not try and get him? That's the exact player that we sort of need.
Well, I don't know if it is Ras, because I think he's another example of someone who's not going to chase every ball. He's another one who's going to be a passenger. He's got the talent.
But he's creative.
No, but that's fine though. You don't,
when he wants to be.
You need someone like him to get those forwards playing. You need someone who's going to give them the ball. Because they're constantly coming out of position to come and get the ball because we're so slow at the build-up.
Yeah. I've got two things I want to say about this. Number one, I think Werner is it's so hard to judge him because he's so isolated. I feel like he's got the way Chelsea play it looks completely slapdash. It doesn't look like there's an actual plan. It's just like put the names there. They're on the pitch. That's who she's going to play. But there doesn't seem any plan to get the ball to Werner or where Werner's supposed to be, because Werner's sometimes chasing the ball back.
I agree.
He's in the midfield, and then he's out wide. Then he's looking in the middle, but no one's supplying him. Everyone just looks completely confused. What I will say is, though, we're saying this about Chelsea or Lampard's got to go. We were saying about Arteta last week. Liverpool haven't won in 4 games. Now they're like not as good as they were, and then Man City have been dropping back. Blah blah. And then
John, you're losing signal.
Solskjaer getting sacked for the last year and a half. We'll see how it goes. Give it another few months before we go straight in on them.
I think you need to totally give it time. And if you look at the league now, it only takes stringing 2 wins together to be in a completely different position.
Yeah.
So, and like you said, look at Man United. They're pretty much they're joint top, aren't they? With again after all the problems before. So
It just goes to show you the answer is not just to sack all the time. It's like, as soon as someone does not play well, sack them. But
I think it's just the media. It's the media whipping this up, saying about Lampard's fighting for his job, this, that, the other. Yeah. Surely, as an outsider, I don't support Chelsea at all, but you can see sacking Lampard ain't going to do him any good at the moment. He's part of a project and stuff. It's ridiculous to talk about that. Same with Arteta. I mean, everyone's calling for him to get sacked. He's won 3 games on the bounce, and now
now everyone's going on.
Everyone's like,
I know.
He's playing the kids now, and they've got some creativity back, and this, that, the other. It's still the same squad of players that he's been given. You know what I mean? It's just a weird season.
Yeah.
I think the only problem is when you put in performances like we have in the last few games where it's just like you were saying, it looks like there's no plan. That's the only problem that goes against him, because you're like, well, why is there no plan?
I know he's injured now, but do you think letting fit Ross Barkley, would he have offered you something creative?
It's never going to be the answer. He had his time. He's had his chances. He's never going to be that player that's going to unlock the door for that midfield.
Okay, is it time to bring Danny Drinkwater back into the frame?
Absolutely not. No.
The thing is, I want to say about that, because I'm like with sacking managers. I'm all for loyalty and giving people time and longevity in management. But the thing is, the only reason Frank Lampard got the job was because he's Frank Lampard, the Chelsea legend. Because he wasn't that great at Derby either. I know he was they almost got promoted, but it wasn't a great Derby side. I've watched them plenty of times, and they didn't get promoted, and they were pretty shite. Do you know what I mean? So it's and all of a sudden he gets the Chelsea job. He wouldn't get the Chelsea job if he was just a nobody. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is with they were decent, but they were also shite, and it there seems to be with Lampard teams for some reason that Derby team dipped massively in the middle of the season.
Yeah,
and we had a bit of a dip last season as well around this same time. And I don't know what it is. I don't know,
running out of ideas.
But I don't know. It needs a proper shake-up.
No, but I was reading about was it Havertz that is struggling with coronavirus, long COVID, is not fully up to speed, and I was reading as well. There's a couple of other players in Chelsea's squad that, because they didn't name them, but they said, we've had players not getting back to full fitness.
Yeah,
is there
you can see that with Havertz, and they did say he's been struggling with it more than most, because he was starting to look decent before he got that, and you could see since he's gone back, he's just not he's not there really. He's not been
No.
getting. But you know,
'Cause
I
I was-
suppose every team's having to go through this. So.
I was going to say, because just to move on slightly to Liverpool, we're saying, well, on the text, obviously I was disappointed. It's our second game we've lost. So from that point of view, we've only lost 2 games this season so far. We're doing something right. But Mane and Salah aren't looking like they're going to, just destroy teams. And they both had COVID, and they're both, so I think there is something in these elite athletes getting, like, they're struggling with their performances from COVID. I think it is a factor.
I had COVID, and now look at it. I used to be an elite athlete. I can barely do anything now.
Yeah, no, useless. No, but you can say there's plenty of elite athletes who are performing well. I mean, we can't just start blaming. I mean, COVID might be to blame.
No,
but
but that's the problem. Where I think Wragg is right, because it affects every person differently. So
yeah.
that could be a valid reason for it. But what I wanted to ask, why did they play Henderson at the back yesterday when they had them youngsters who they have been playing on the bench?
It's a big problem. Like, I think Klopp has made a problem for himself, because Jordan Henderson is not a centre back. He covered in a game when someone went off injured, and that's like during a game, halfway through, whatever. He's played Nico Williams a couple of times. He's looked half decent. He's a young guy, just needs the experience. He came out, he said that it was a mistake, like it's on him, etc. And you're like, well, yeah, it is, because you're playing 2 midfielders as centre backs. It's ridiculous. And you've got 2 young guys. How are they going to feel, like 2 young guys on the bench? And they're like, oh no. Even though every defender is injured, you still can't get a game.
One of them's been playing with at centre back with Firmino, with Fabinho. What's his name? Fabinho.
Matip.
No.
Matip's injured. No, Nico Williams. Williams, yeah.
And it's not been his fault that Liverpool ain't been getting results, has it?
No, it's been the other. Like, it's. I don't know whether it's just this season, guys, but like to it felt like a loss, but to draw against West Brom, and then they get like hammered like 4-0 like the next game, and then they get beat the next one. You're like, what team did we play? Because like we smashed Crystal Palace a couple of games before, and then you draw with West Brom.
Yeah,
it's just weird. I've never seen such a
to predict.
Yeah,
and now because Chelsea, I haven't got a chance to win the league. I would love to see a new team win the league, like as in like Southampton or Everton. Or it could happen. You never know. It could happen.
I tell you,
you're always touting up Everton. They're not going to finish that high, Ras. God, this guy's unbelievable, isn't he? God, you're an Everton fan.
I'd love Southampton to do a Leicester sort of thing and just to crash on. And I mean, it was the first time Fraser Forster had played in however many years.
Listen, let me tell you about that. Fraser Forster is a top goalkeeper. Honestly, he's absolutely. Fraser Forster is world class. I'm telling you this right now. He should not be on the bench at Southampton. He's
decent.
He's decent,
would rather he's not world class.
Man United ahead of De Gea or Henderson. I'm telling you that right now. Fraser Forster is better than David De Gea and Dean Henderson put together.
Yeah, I think you want to put the celebrations down, mate.
And Mendy. I've had one too many bounties. No, and he's better than Mendy. He's better than Mendy.
All right, whatever.
He's decent. He is decent.
A top keeper.
But why is he
an
not?
Absolute wall.
Why is he not getting past McCarthy?
Alex McCarthy. God knows why. I mean, that Hassenhauer can't bloody see because all the tears come in his eyes. His whinging get. What was he? Could you see him yesterday? He was like...
Yeah, it's crying.
Klopp was like, I'm not going to shake my hand in. Do you know what I mean? Too busy crying.
It's a good result for him, though, isn't it?
Oh, wow. I think we're all going to bust into tears every time you get a win. God almighty. We'll have a bloody tsunami if that was the case.
This is a team that got spanked 9-0 by Leicester, now beating the champions.
2 years ago, whatever it was. Who cares?
Progression. Where's your heart, God, Ras? Where's your heart?
Did you see the game at all? Like, did you?
Yes, I watched it.
Danny Ings was crossing the ball, right? It was one of them. He was not taking a shot. Yeah.
Of course he was taking a shot, you arse.
Nah,
it was taking a shot.
It was the second minute he was crossing the ball 100%.
He was crossing the ball in the 6-yard box.
It was a fluky goal. It was
Don't
one
be
of those
impertinent,
annoying
Wragg.
things. Whatever. It was an annoying goal, and then it was just so frustrating to watch Jordan Henderson as your centre back. You don't want him there.
Oh, I mean, he wasn't to blame for anything anyway. The Liverpool were all over them the whole game anyway. You hardly saw Henderson.
No, but why not push him forward? I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I'll tell you who was to blame. Mane. Sadio Mane had about 15 chances. Couldn't take any of them.
COVID, mate. What can you say? You know.
What are you doing? Why have you been moving around so much?
You look like a monk now.
Yeah.
Getting comfy, innit? Listen to your heart.
But I mean, you'll still be fine. Liverpool, they'll probably still win the league. I mean, all the City look good against us.
Yeah, but if you think about it, like teams that are still up and around there, City have so many players injured, and so many people. When you looked at their team sheet against you guys, you're like, "There's no way this team's going to win."
Who
There's
does
still
it?
quality there.
Are you kidding me? They still had a brilliant team out.
I know, that's what the boy said yesterday. I thought it was the biggest load of shit I've ever heard. It was like a heavily depleted Man City. I wouldn't have thought so. It was apart from Laporte and Ederson.
No,
it was
and Laporte was left out not because he had COVID. That was because he's not been getting his game, and he must have fallen out. Because that's the reason he got left out.
Nah, their team was.
But apart from
who else?
They didn't have Aguero. They didn't have
Aguero wasn't getting his game anyway.
He's on the bench. He came on.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Starting lineup. You're like, oh,
fuck.
Yeah.
Should have done these. They're playing De Bruyne as a centre forward, like false nine bollocks, like, you know what I mean?
Oh.
They still had a really strong team out, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, City are looking good, and they've got, was it a game or 2 games in hand? They'll be like a point off top. It's going to be a really
right. Let's go around the circle now. Who's going to win the league? Wragg, I'll start with you. One name.
Southampton.
Ras?
Liverpool.
I'm going to say Manchester United to win it.
I knew you would.
I knew, of course you would. You were saying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should lose his job 2 minutes ago.
No, I was not. I was saying he's fucking. I'm sick of everyone going, let's get Allegri in now. Let's get someone else in. Let's get Pochettino in. God, changing managers every 5 minutes. Oh, have you seen who's favourite for the Chelsea job? If and when Lampard gets sacked?
Shevchenko.
Yeah, Big Andre.
Nah.
What? I mean, I saw that and I was like, that would be the most ridiculous appointment ever.
That would not go down well if he sacked Lampard for a start, and then getting someone like Shevchenko in. It's just a. I mean, the thing they've got to do, they've got to bring Brendan Rodgers in, and Brendan Rodgers has got to say, "I'm here long term. I'm not here for 2 seasons and then getting sacked. If I'm going to sign, I want an 8-year contract."
Why would Rodgers leave Leicester?
Yeah,
what he's doing now. Why is he going to
you think he would turn down Chelsea to stay at Leicester? Do me a favour.
At the moment, yeah. Why does he need the pressure of going to Chelsea?
Because that's what he's always wanted to do since he left Liverpool. He was wanting to manage Celtic because that's his team, but then he was like, go back down south. He was, no matter which job he took, he was always going to look for the Chelsea job, I think.
Shall I tell you what's going to happen, mate? This is what's going to happen.
Tell me.
Poach John Terry from Aston Villa. Terry's going to go to
Worst decision
Chelsea
you could ever do. The guy's an absolute shitebag. Terrible.
Lampard and Terry back in the team.
Can I just quickly say, I've just reminded me of what I was going to say. I forgot what I was going to say. That's, I think, Lampard's problem, because he should have got an experienced coach in beside him, not Jody Morris. There's 2 inexperienced young guys. Jody Morris is a hothead as well. He needed someone in beside him, like Walter Smith, someone like that. Someone in that.
Where did you pull that name from?
It's the first experienced manager I thought of. Someone like a Dick Advocaat or someone in a assistant manager to guide him. That's what he needed. But instead you got fucking, what's his name, Jody Morris, Frank Sinclair or whoever else is ex-Chelsea players there. Just all young guys, clueless.
Well, it might work out. You never know. Your thing is a bit of time, isn't it? You've got to give them time.
Definitely give him time.
See?
Why are Manchester United going to win the league?
Because I think the last third of the park, they're the most clinical, and I think they'll put away the most chances. But at the end of the league, that's what will come down to.
Are you saying this because they're the best team at faking and getting penalties just given to them?
We can't fake and get penalty, can you? When it was
Shocking.
VAR gave it, so it's obviously a penalty.
Never a pen.
Pogba tripped himself up. It was a joke.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Joke. It was. Absolute joke. I know I'm biased, but I think the amount of penalties, I think Klopp even said it last night or whatever, is just ridiculous.
And before we go back to Man United, how did that Cancelo or whatever not get looked at in a Chelsea game? Like, what a piss
I
take.
cannot believe that.
Oh, that was
I was like, and was the VR looked at it very quick, and I was like, are you fucking joking? It was an absolute stone wall.
Yeah, I mean, it might not have been in the box. It might have been on the edge, but still, it didn't even bother looking at it.
It was a clear and obvious foul, and it was a clear and obvious error. Pull it back. He's fouled him. It was a goal-scoring opportunity.
Crazy.
Ridiculous. I know, it's so stupid, eh?
Yeah.
It's the way you're sat, John. It looks like that Christmas tree is like, I don't know, growing out your head.
I wish it was. Someone decorate me.
What's changed at Man United then?
The mentality. I think Solskjaer was always going to come good. I knew that was the case. He's Man United through and through. He's got the right philosophy. He wants to play football. He wants to win games. He wants to be aggressive. He wants to counter. He wants to attack. He came into a squad that was needing absolute gutted from the start, and he's slowly but surely getting there and bringing in the right people, personnel, both on and off the pitch. So Darren Fletcher's been appointed first team coach this week. I think it's another good move. And and I think on the pitch, I mean, the signings he's made, Bruno Fernandes is absolutely one of the signings of the decade. I think on the day, I think guys like Rashford and Cavani and Greenwoods and Pogba are very, very clinical when they want to be, some of them. And I think Fred and McTominay, against all odds and against all the barrage of abuse they've taken, are two good sit midfield players that will defend the weakness of the team, which is centre defence. And I think that's...
Well, actually, Baye's been playing all right in the last few weeks, isn't he?
Baye's not to be trusted. Baye makes too many mistakes. He's one of he's like a John Stones and stuff. He's a good, decent defender, but he's liable to make a mistake in a big game, and it's just not worth the risk.
It reminds me of Lovren. Like, he probably gets sent off every other game if he,
so I mean, just stupid stuff out of nowhere as well. So unnecessary. Yeah. And what they're desperate for a Nemanja Vidic, and that's what I was going to say to you earlier as well. That's the people think about the football. They go like, a top centre midfield player. As soon as they kind of lose their legs, like when they're a bit older and stuff, just put them back to centre back and they'll be fine. They said that about Roy Keane, Scott Brown, now Jordan Henderson. Oh, just put them to centre back. They'll be saying, just because if you lose your pace, how is that going to make you a better centre defender? The game's so fast now that it's not about just being a big brute. You need a fast player, you need a hard player, a big player, but also a fast player. So
it's also about reading the game, isn't it? Not everyone can read the game from a centre back position.
No, I know, that's right.
So yeah, it's a harsh indictment on centre backs, I think, to say that.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
To say that any player can just slot in. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that's what people say, but I'm saying that's not the case.
I'm not saying you said it. I'm just saying in general.
You just didn't say I said it. Shit stunner.
Fucking hell, you're up for an argument today, are you?
I know. I'll get my windows bricked tonight because of that, by Jerry Taggart and Gary Pallister.
You actually think they're going to win the league then? Like above?
No, I don't know.
Liverpool.
No, I don't know. I just hope it's I would love if it was like a 5-horse race with 3 games to go. Do you know
I
what I mean?
think it will be. I actually think it will be. I think it'll come down to the last game of the season.
Do you think Southampton? I know Southampton are doing really well. Do you actually both think that they'll stay up there?
I think Southampton will finish probably 6th. I think
Yeah,
they'll be, like sort of just outside the top 4. I think
Wolves and Leeds have been disappointing as well, eh?
Wolves need a striker, though, don't they? They need replacement.
Well, apparently they want to sign Eddie Nketiah from Arsenal for 20 million or something.
And Costa, I heard, as well, on a free.
Oh, I heard that.
I think Costa would be a good one for them, to be honest. They need a bit of grit.
Yeah, they do.
Would you take him back at Chelsea?
Said about Jimenez, is it? Oh.
Take him back at Chelsea, Mike? Costa?
I mean, I'd take his fight back for sure, yeah, 100%. But maybe not now. It's one of them where you wouldn't want to taint what he did before. He's already past.
Like Drogba.
No, Drogba came back and won the league, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You look like a bloody ET, mate.
Mate, it's fucking freezing in this house. I don't know why. I've got the heater on through there. It's because that conservatory is fucking freezing, but I've got the heater on in there and all the radiators on. I'm going to stick the oven on in a minute and sit there.
How's it that cold? Fucking hell, man.
Fucking nose, man. I could see my own breath a minute ago.
You've probably got all the windows open.
No, I have not. It's tightly shut.
Let's do, rather than make like New Year's resolutions, let's do New Year's predictions. So, Messi, will he ever play in the Premier League? What is your New Year thought?
No.
No?
I think he'll finish at Barcelona in the summer. Either this summer, I think he might go this summer and go to America. He wants to play in America. He was always going to do that. Like everyone says, "I'll be a one-club man," but Xavi and Iniesta didn't do that. They eventually left as well. And I think Messi's just got to pack up and go. If he wants to go to America, go there for a couple of years or whatever. But he'll not come to the Premier League now. Surely not.
Pochettino, will he be a success at PSG?
Who cares? He'll be there for 1 year. They'll change manager anyway next year or two. They'll be like, oh, he won the league, but not by as many points as he wanted. They'll just... I'm fucking sick of PSG. They're not even a football club to me. They're just a bloody... They're just a franchise, a business. They're fucking horrible. I'm sick of them.
I'm not a fan of him either, but to answer the question, yeah, he will be a success because I think it's not too hard to be a success over there.
No, I know.
Whether he is in Europe, that'll be the actual.
Yeah, they want Champions League, don't they? I suppose.
And I think he will. I think he will do well there, and he'll probably get Dele Alli over there and get the old boys back again. Probably go for Ericsson as well. Laurie, Dyer, probably go for Kane. Tottenham Part 2.
Yeah, I know.
All right, E.T. Bonehill. Will Sheffield United win a football match?
No. They are fuck. I actually took them in my coupon on Saturday because I was thinking they're eventually going to win, and they've been knocking on the door. They were 3-1 away at Palace, and I thought they're going to win that. I watched the game on the train. That was like 2 minutes in, 1-0 down. I was like, game over, coupon down. Oh well. Long journey ahead. They are dreadful. Honestly, we keep saying it, but their signings, I cannot believe their signings. It's just the worst ever. Like that Ryan Brewster, 24 million. McBurney, 20 million. Oliver Buck, how much ever they paid for him. Bloody whoever else. Max Lowe and all this garbage. It was the worst signings I've ever seen.
Do you think they will win a game, though? Do you think they're going to actually get...
I don't think they'll win a game.
What was the lowest again? It's Derby, but how much?
9 points. 9 points.
Is that all it was?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Do you think it'll
Sheffield
be as bad
United
as that?
They're not going to get to that. They've only got 1 point, and we're in January.
They got 2, haven't they?
2 points.
2 points then. They're in January. My God.
You think they're going to be get that record?
They'll get the record, 100%.
What do you reckon, Wragg?
I hate it. Pains me to say it, but I can't see them getting.
Who are they going to beat?
Too many.
Honestly, they're so bad. They might be West Brom. They might be West Brom, but they'll end up getting pumped off them as well. I mean, honestly, it's so bad.
They'll probably beat us. To be fair, they'll probably beat.
Oh yeah, it's fair enough. Nah,
I was surprised that they didn't. I'm surprised that they didn't get rid of their manager before, like, around Christmas.
Oh, they can't though. He won League One first year, then he won the Championship second year, and they finished sixth in the Premier League year after. I mean, the guy's done absolute wonders there, but he's had a terrible season.
But if they want to stay in the Premier League, you've got to get rid of him.
No manager will do anything with that set of players. They overperformed massively the first season. The guys have got the back three and stuff like John Egan and Baldock and stuff like that. They're half decent players, but they're never that level. They massively overperformed.
I think realistically, that they're probably looking at the fact that, like, you know, we don't want to drop down and never come back again. Who's got the best chance of getting us back up? And it's probably him.
Yeah,
with those players. But like you said, I mean, they had a lot. They had money to spend, and they just not spent it well.
The worst ever signings I've ever seen in my life. That is the biggest waste of money I've ever seen in my life. And that includes Chelsea signing Zappacosta, Drinkwater and Bakayoko for about 500 million.
Well, I don't know about that, mate. That's quite close, isn't it?
Oh my God. I've never seen such money chucked about. Oh my God, it's shocking. So bad. Sorry, Sheffield United, but that was. I'd be furious if I'm a Sheffield United fan and we signed McBurney, Oliver Buck and Brewster for about 50 million. What's he thinking about? What is he thinking about?
Okay, next prediction. Will Celtic win 10 in a row?
No, 100%.
No.
100%.
Not looking like they're going to, is it?
I mean, there's no way. I mean, it's been coming for years. I mean.
How can you say that it's been coming for years if we're 9 in a row?
No, but can I tell you what? Though? That's including the years that Rangers were out of the league and none of the rest of the teams had any money. Like we've had we've had no money in Scottish football for 25 years. But so Rangers and Celtic with the 2-horse race. Rangers are out and Celtic win 4 trophies in a row when Rangers are out. This doesn't really. It's not really the same, is it? Do you know what I mean? So and I don't know if I've had the podcast since we did the cup final. Did we talk about the cup final?
No, we haven't. No.
Oh, I don't really want to talk about it because it still screams back to me. But it's so typical of Celtic. It's so undeserved, and they've had so many things over the years that it's unbelievably undeserved. But
didn't you take them to penalties? No.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get it on the pod, mate. Let's vent. Let's get it out there.
Well, it still pains me because Hearts are so bad, and Hearts got humped the other night as well, and Hearts are dreadful at the moment as well.
Who?
I really don't. Dundee. And dreadful, and they're just so bad. I mean, they're just and the people.
But they obviously got up for the cup though. They must have played well in that, no?
The second half, yeah. The first half, they didn't have a shot on goal. They sat back, and you guys know how it is when you watch your team, and they're like, what are they doing? Just sitting back, making every possible mistake. Not aggressive, not pressure, just basically letting the team play as they want. And it was only Celtic were 2-0 at half time. Hearts go back to 2-2 in the second half. Should have won it with about 4 chances, 4 unbelievable misses I've ever seen. And the game should have been over. Went extra time, missed another couple of chances, went to penalties. Celtic missed a penalty. Hearts had 2 penalties to do it, and they missed both penalties. But it's like. It was 2 fucking ridiculous penalties. And what annoys me the most is the guy who took the fourth penalty, left back. He also takes off free kicks and stuff because he's got one of the best left foots I've ever seen. And he obviously bottled it because normally he'd probably scream it in the top corner. But he did this shitty wee pass to the right. I think because Celtic missed theirs, he's thinking, oh, shit me Celtic, I better just try and place it rather than battering it. And it's just so undeserved. And so my point is, Celtic don't deserve anything anyway. I'm glad that Rangers are going to win the league because it takes a smile off their stupid face. And the other thing is, they've broken the rules. They're away to Dubai.
I was just going to say that. Sturgeon's been kicking up a fuss about it.
Nobody's allowed in. Well, Celtic will still come back, or they can come back. Well, no,
because they're elite football. They've got all the
but they're out of the country, so they're going to come back and infect everybody.
No, but so the thing is, so what it says is they're allowed out to compete. They've not gone to compete in anything.
They've gone for a holiday.
Right, okay.
So Nicola Sturgeon was like saying she doesn't think it's like she was like slamming it or whatever, wasn't she? But without too much because she didn't know all the ins and outs of it, basically. But yeah,
well, Celtic are saying they've got government permission.
Seems a bit of a piss take, doesn't it? That the country gets locked down and then the next day they go to Dubai.
I know.
That is a bit of a piss take. From a neutral perspective, I watched the cup final. First thing I want to say is it's a good job you don't have VAR because your striker, what's he called? The old boy, Naismith. He'd have been sent off for a challenge on Scott Brown in that first half.
What do you mean?
I tell you what, mate, it was a Sunday League challenge.
I can see by the look on his face that he agrees with you.
He absolutely... If you had VAR, 100% he'd have been sent off straight up. Like, no way.
I don't think so.
And Scott Brown did him a favour getting up. If he'd have been a foreigner rolling around on the ground, he'd have done him, honestly. That's my
that is right. That is right.
So, and second thing, I thought it was David and Goliath. It was like Hearts are well out of their depth. That they're not like, you know, competing
First half, yeah,
at that level. First half, but I loved it for that because it was like a proper cup tie. You know, like you like obviously with your, like, you know, they're your team, so that's who you're shouting for. You want the underdog to kind of win. But even though it was just nail biting the whole way through, I was like literally like screaming at the TV, sort of like, "Come on, you could do it!" Like, you know, even when it was 2-0 down, I still felt like you'd taken at penalties, or so, you know, it still seemed like the game was alive. It was exciting to watch.
The reason I mean as well, apart from the fact they were absolutely dreadful the first half and just like the most frustrating thing ever. I hate when I watch football like that, but the 2 goals were completely unnecessary as well.
Yeah.
The first goal, it was from a throw. They gave Christie was never in the game. That's their danger man. They gave him so much space. They don't stand watching him. He just thought, "I'll ping it at the top corner." And it's like, why is nobody closed him down? Why was nearest man 20 yards from him when the ball's come in? And second one, Berra just goes up and punches the ball and gives away a penalty. He's a fucking idiot, that guy. He gave away a penalty against Dundee as well. Connor comes in, he just shoves the guy, and he's standing going, "Oh, well, yeah, you're not allowed to shove people, you fucking idiot."
That was the other thing. Yeah, Berra literally reminded me of a Sunday League player. You know, someone that's like, it's just a bit too old to be playing the game.
The thing was, he came back, but he had that knee injury a couple of years ago, and like it finished him. He is finished, but because they signed a centre back in the summer from the Stoya Bucharest, and he's fucking gash. So now they're playing better. But what's going to happen? They're going to have to sign at least 2 centre backs in January because they're so bad. But anyway, Hearts should have at the end of the day. The chances Hearts missed. Did you see the chances that boy Gianelli?
They should have won it. Actually,
I couldn't believe it.
What, is he a youngster?
No, he's not. He's signing from Preston. He actually used to be engaged to Alexandra Buck.
Okay,
that's good knowledge.
And but he was injured, but he came back. He came on in the second half, but you could see he'd been out for a couple of months, and the chances were ridiculous.
I wish I'd watched it now. Sounded like an interesting game.
I thought you did watch it.
Oh, no, mate, it was a great game.
I was watching whatever. I was Leicester Spurs, wasn't it? I think all at the same time.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's loyalty for you. Nothing like a friend's love.
No, to be honest, I completely forgot. And then when you lot were messaging about it, I was going to turn it over. But the game I was watching, it was definitely Leicester. It was a good game. I was like, ah.
You got a quiz? Anyone got a quiz? Fucking hell, it's freezing, man. Jesus Christ.
Let's do.
What's going on here?
Is your heating working?
It's working, for God's sake, man. It's absolutely fucking Baltic in here. It's ridiculous.
Has it been like this every day?
No, because we never had heating on for 2 weeks, it was like this the first night we came back. But then I left the heating on for 2 days straight, and it warmed the place up. But now, obviously, it's obviously just this seeping through the bloody conservatory into the cracks in the walls. No.
You're going to be getting a hell of a bill for that, man.
Oh, I've got money, mate.
Yeah.
You've got one of those houses where in the summer you're like, oh my God, it's too hot, get me out of
here. Yeah, that's exactly it.
And then in the winter you're like, oh my God, it's freezing.
I know. It's ridiculous.
Fucking hell. Good job you got a lot of blankets there, mate.
I know. Bloody hell. We'll get a duvet in a minute.
What are you doing?
To answer your question, I do not have a quiz.
I do not have a quiz.
but I can see if I can find a question.
Oh, actually, how come you got my question that I posed, my trivia question to you all? You got it so quickly, John. How did you get it so quickly?
Paul Dickov.
Yeah, how did you get that so quickly? I thought that was a great question.
I'll tell you why.
Hang on, let me say the question.
Because the first thing...
Hang on. So, I posed a question in our WhatsApp group. Which player played for 4 Premier League winners in the Premier League era but never won it? Name the player and the 4 clubs.
Right, the reason I got it is because I knew everyone's first thing would be like, oh, who's played for Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man... But it's like, it's got to be when they didn't win it. So it's like, there's no way that Man United or Chelsea and Arsenal are going to sign players from each other, but they've not won leagues, so played in a shite team. They've not won the league, but they're going to keep signing the same guy. So you've got to think of, I was thinking, well, I bet it'll be teams that won the league that were shite. So I was thinking, well, who's won it? And I was thinking, well, Leicester, Blackburn, Man City, who used to be shite. So it was like, someone's played for Leicester, Blackburn, Man City, I was thinking. The first thing I thought was Paul Dickov played for them. And I thought, and he played for Arsenal. And I got it within seconds.
You literally did. I was very impressed that you got that. And then I asked, which player has made 70 appearances in the Premier League and scored 21 goals but only made 1 assist? And then you're all like,
I wouldn't have got that unless you said...
Who was it? I don't remember that one.
Okay, so
which
player has made 70 appearances in the Premier League, scored 21 goals but made only 1 assist?
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
I would have known that as well because I have seen that before. And I know that Balotelli literally had 1 assist and it won the
I would
title.
never have thought that, though. I would never have thought that until you said...
Isn't it amazing, though? Don't you think that's amazing? What an amazing stat.
I mean, what a great assist. Maybe that's why he never set up any other goals. He's like, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Take it.
No, because he was fucking lazy and shite and selfish. That's what the thing was. And that's why he's now playing the 3rd division in Italy.
Do you think that's where that's another prediction? What do you think will happen to Mario Balotelli this year?
He'll be a journeyman and he'll go to loads of different clubs for 6 months and he'll go to China and Qatar and maybe not these countries, but he's one of those guys he'll just float about and he'll sign for somebody else and he's never going to have the attitude to be a longevity, is he? To play for a club and stay at a club and score goals and show some discipline, is he? He's just going to float about, earn some money, cheap bucks. I don't know why, though. He plays for a team called Monza in Italy's 3rd division or something, or 2nd division. I can't remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. How's that even happened?
Well, because he played for Brescia, and that's his hometown club, Brescia. He's like, I've come home to my hometown club. Lasted a couple of months. And then they released him, Mike, and...
that's mad.
I tell you what he did do. He did do well in France, actually. He did well at Marseille, and then at Lille. Was it Lille? He was at Nice. Played for Nice. He scored a few goals in France, to be fair.
All right, let's discuss the most important thing we can ever discuss around this time of year, and that is which is the best quality street.
I didn't have any quality street this year. No, I did. I like the strawberry rose ones or the orange cream.
Controversial.
That is controversial. I didn't expect you to say that.
I like the orange crunch
Oh, they're nice.
Or anything toffee, really.
Do you like a toffee penny?
Oh, I love them, yeah.
I can't be arsed with them. Can't bother them.
That's like just the one. I wait for them to be left at the end because I don't want to use up one of my good choices for a toffee penny.
What? Oh no, the orange cream is the one I wouldn't go near. That'd be like.
Do you know what? Erin's favourite chocolate bar is of all time, and then she only buys things that have got this in it, i.e., celebrations.
Fudge.
Celebration.
Bounty.
Yeah, Bounty.
Bounty.
What was your quality street, Wragg?
I'd go for a purple one.
Yeah, they're not.
You know what?
One, yeah.
They're getting rarer and rarer though. We opened a brand new one at my folks, and there was only 2 in it.
Ooh.
Exactly the same as me. There was only 2.
What a fucking liberty!
That's taking a piss. I tell you what, the actual box, the actual box of them is getting just minute. What the hell?
It's because of the sugar tax, isn't it? It's the sugar reason.
Did you watch Snack Masters? Do you watch that at all?
No, what's that?
So it's basically where they send a snack to 2 top chefs, and then the chefs have to try and recreate it as perfectly as possible. So they did a Quality Street special.
Oh, that sounds good.
Recreating the strawberry cream, the triangle, and the purple one.
Oh, nice.
But they've done some good ones. So they've done one. They had to do Quavers in one episode and Dominoes in one.
Oh,
they're really good.
How do you watch this? What's it on?
On Channel 4, 4AD.
Is it?
That Fred Sirius presents it.
What's it? Snack Masters. Okay.
Snack Masters is cool. Yeah, and then it shows you how they actually make them in all the factories while the chefs are trying to work it out themselves.
Oh, that sounds good actually.
Yeah.
that does sound good. I might give that a watch as well. I just finished watching MasterChef.
Oh yeah, MasterChef, classics.
Did you watch this one? Just gone.
No, I haven't actually.
Three guys in the final. They had to make like a 3-course meal, your ultimate 3-course meal and stuff. So I love that bit. But one of them, for his main course, he made lamb's brains.
Oh right, for his ultimate 3-course meal.
His main course. I was like,
insane.
Come on, man.
I thought you were going to say like turkey dinosaurs, smiley faces, spaghetti.
Yeah, no. No, it's lamb's brains on poppadoms.
What did they say about that?
They said if it's cooked well, lamb's brains can be absolutely delightful. But I was like, even then. I said,
even then, it's not better than a massive bird.
I know, but he's not, in MasterChef, he's not going to make a fucking burger and chips for his. And here I've made a burger and chips for you there. I just basically fried the burger and shoved the chips in the oven. Nice and easy. Squat of mayonnaise and ketchup. Oh, sorry, Russ.
Yeah, but I know, but lamb's brains, that's just being poxy, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You're not going to, like, fucking hell. Do something else, man. There's other things you can eat.
I don't know if I would eat that. Like, I probably would if I had a couple of red wines down me, but...
I tell you what, you probably eat it. It's one of those things, if they told you afterwards what it was.
Yeah, I probably would, but...
You just get presented to you and they're just like, oh, it's lamb, just so you know. Like, you'd be like, okay.
Yeah. What? Why is it mushy?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the brain, mate. Sorry, it's lamb's brain.
I'll tell you when you would eat it. You'd eat it if we went to one of them Brazilian steakhouse things again. And it was a plate that come round it.
Oh, we need to do that again. We need to book that as soon as possible.
It came round like chicken hearts. Yes, please. Cam free. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Shove it on there.
That was insane because your plate never shrunk. It was always just a mound.
I tell you what, it took me about 3 days to get over that. Like,
do you remember that? Because we were all in the pub after. We were going to go for drinks. We all had one drink each, and we're then just like, I'm fucking tired.
I am fucked, yeah. I've got a cow inside me, yeah. Oh.
Even though the disc was red, it'd still come round. You go, oh, right, yeah, it gives another sausage.
Right. Turn over. Yeah, go on, turn on sausage.
And it's always that's the one that was really nice. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Go on then. I don't want anyone else to have it. If I say no, someone else will have it. I don't want that. I don't want it, but I don't want anyone else to have it. That's
you
the
did
rule.
The rookie and ate all the pasta at the beginning as well, didn't you?
The lasagna and all that, lasagna and salad and stuff like that. And then it's like, right, you ready for your 10 meats like every 5 minutes? Not really. I didn't make that mistake second time round though.
No. Oh no.
So good.
All right.
Actually.
Yeah, we've kind of deviated slightly from the old football.
That's all right though. That's all right.
Anyway, that's a new year. That's happy New Year to all the listeners. And I mean, yeah, if it's your first time listening, we're normally in the pub, but we can't go in the pub anymore. So we're doing this via Zoom. And hopefully, at some point before the season ends, we will be back in the pub. John Berry will have had a haircut and not look like it's so weird.
Orange.
What the hell was that?
What do you mean?
Anyway, I was just doing a nice little outro there.
Veganuary as well, so I'll lose this by next time we record. Not next time we record, but
you're doing Veganuary as well.
Well, I'm having a chicken tonight. If that's what
oh right, okay.
I actually said that today. I looked like a fucking idiot. Like, I was talking with the staff room today, and like talking and there because all our food and everyone was going to me. There's this girl who said to me, I hardly spoke to her before. She was like, "What did you have for your dinner last night?" And I was like, "I made a vegan Wellington. I'll send that in a minute." And she was like, "Oh, nice. What are you having for dinner tonight?" And I was like, "Are you taking the piss?" Because I thought someone had said to her, "He always asks that." And she was like, "No, I always ask people that." And I was like, "I always ask people that." didn't believe in soulmates till today.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. But they said, what, there was a few people, and they're like, "Wait, because I said I'm doing veganuary," and like, "Oh, wait, I'm for." I said, "I made a vegan Wellington last night," and they're like, "All right, what are you doing for dinner tonight?" And I went, "I've got a roast chicken." They were like, and I was like, "Yeah, I might not do veganuary actually. Just done one day. I'm doing a vegan 4th of January. It's this thing we do." Fucking idiot.
What made you
a roast chicken.
What made you even want to contemplate doing veganuary when you picked up a whole chicken?
I know. Yeah, bloody veganuary. Come with me. I know. Well, I'm not going to be. I'm just going to be really healthy as possible. But chicken's healthy. What I mean is, I'm not going to get bloody takeaways and that. I'm just going to have like roast chicken's all right. Then this bloody veggie or vegan Wellington. There's enough veg in it to last me the bloody month anyway. I was sick of the sight of it. Every mouthful is just like more veg, more veg.
No booze, mate. No booze.
I was missing the
January.
Yeah, it got to be done. I had shitloads over Christmas.
We've got lockdown, mate. How are you going to get through it?
I know. Well, I'm working the whole time anyway, so I'm just going to. I'll tell you what I've got. I'll tell you what I've got actually.
Got less than a minute.
Right, no worries.
Oh my god!
What is that?
Shit, you weren't meant to see that? No, I'm joking. I've got cranberry and soda water, so I'll just make myself little cocktails and pretend it's a cider or something.
You got a whole fucking top fridge full of chocolate.
It's vegan chocolate. No, it's not.
Yeah,
See you guys later.
You're not allowed to have that. Veganuary.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, on that note,
On that
toodaloo.
note,
Better go.
take it
Running
easy.
out.
Until next
Right,
week.
nice one.
Catch you later,
Catch you later.
chaps.
Cheers,
See
guys.
you
Bye.
guys. Later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.